And this was, I think 3, maybe 4 years ago now, down in Southwest Oregon. We came in an I-8 fire that was in on the Rogue Siskiyou National Forest over in the Coast Range. Extremely steep, hot, dry summer. Fire was already, 60 acres, and it crossed the drainage both sides when we got there. The Type 3 IC was in charge. There was a team coming. We had probably 24 to 30 hours of just kind of in that transition. So we started scouting and found a big ridge system up to the top, tied into some roads, and we started that with ourselves and got, I think, 4 other crews in there, and cut a big saw line up the ridge. And Southern Oregon, it was over 90 degrees every day, kind of a southern exposure, extremely hot, extremely steep. Took us probably 4 days to put the line in with 4 or 5 shot crews, and all the prep that we put into it, waiting for the right conditions. For 14 days, we hiked almost 2 hours a day to the top of the division from Spike Camp. Once we were up there, there's a lot of prep, and we did burn it. But I think for folks, pretty soon it got to be a real mental grind. Getting up every morning and eating a cold breakfast and walking, almost 2,000 feet in elevation and 2 miles, and about 2 hours every day walking up this slope. And a couple days it was 103 degrees up there while we burned. And then we started the burnout off the top. It was a really complex burn. It was probably 2 or 3 miles total, all ridge top. No roads to back you up. No water. It was basically just using the crews and do the burning right and make sure you don't lose over the backside of the ridge, because if it goes over the backside of the ridge and we can't catch it, then we're looking at adding another probably several thousand acres to the fire. Things were going pretty good until just about dark. Wind shift. Got a few spots, but everything worked out real well. It was kind of a late shift, worked till midnight or so, and then back up the hill for the next, 4 or 5 days, just mopping up and securing it and holding it. Probably the toughest thing about that was the hike every day. Some of the crew didn't enjoy it very much, but we had a lot of people on the crew, including myself, that every morning getting up, and starting up the trail to the fire, it was like, oh boy, here it comes, But the challenge of every day going up and down that hill, and I don't think a lot of people realized at the time. There was some grumbling about it, and I can't believe we're doing this. But every other shot crew on the fire was, man, we're glad we're not you guys. Man, that is insane. I can't believe you're walking up there every day. And to me, I took that and it was like, that should be a big sign of, that should be pride. I mean, you did that every day and nobody else wanted to do it. I mean, half the time there's people that didn't want to do it on the crew, but you did it every day, and it was tough. But that's what Hotshots do. I'm not sure that we do it quite as much anymore, but that's why we're there. One of the things I always tell the crew is, if it was easy, we wouldn't be here. There'd be a Type 2 crew here, or engine crew, or it'd be out. You're here because it's not easy. It's hard, and it's steep, and it's hot. It's going to be complex work, and that's what we do. So that was pretty good. 2 whole weeks. Running a crew, you have to learn how to motivate everybody, and whether it's, hey, you're getting 16 hours a day, and hey, look at this as a challenge, and then some people, there's always the ones that's like, you just got to be quiet. Trying to figure that out, it's always a challenge, but find ways to motivate people and keep them on track and keep their head up. Most of it was fairly moderate. it's big Southern Oregon timber. It was actually right on the edge of the Biscuit Fire from 2002, so big timber, Southern Oregon, hot, steep, rattlesnakes, poison oak. Fire behavior was, short uphill runs. It never really got real big, cranking. It was kind of a mild season that way. Just the biggest thing driving the tactics was the country. Not a lot of places to go direct and get a good anchor and go that, so fell back a little bit and went indirect and did some burning. I think the original plan, we had already started it, but the team that was coming in, they had a bigger box that actually would have burned off several thousand more acres. There was some questioning about why we're doing this, and it's only a couple thousand acres, but in that country there's a couple thousand acres of green timber is kind of getting hard to find with the Biscuit and some of the other fires they've started around there. So it was a good plan. It was made sense, and we did cut off a good chunk of ground, and I think we all feel pretty good about it now.